go from this moment here to cook, then yeah, you do want to have a little bit more of a meticulous removal of the sticks, of the stems. And so when I make soup, moringa soup, and I may go ahead and since I'm here, just use this pile here for my own soup, is to just spend a little bit of time even taking out all of these little stems very meticulously for soup. You just want the, oh, this is going to be good. I'm actually going to make a soup out of this right now. Yeah, good idea. Fresh greens for soup time. And just really be a little bit more meticulous in this method for the soup making process. You really want to get all these little stems out, but not for like making powder or tea. It's just too time consuming for that. You're going to have to really judge how much time do you have to make the product, because I like to joke around with the helpers here by saying, hey, we could spend 12 hours doing this, or we could spend an hour doing this. And so even today, even after like 6 months of training, this one lady that works here with us, she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna I'm just really gonna do this a lot faster now. And I'm like, it's clicking. You got it. And she's like, I'm just not gonna be so meticulous. And I'm like, you're getting it. She's like, I just don't have time to sit here. I've got 30 pounds to powder. I'm like, you got this. And so when you get to the point where you have so much that you're like, you have to assess, like I said, you've got 10 hours or you've got an hour. It could take you 10 hours, but it could also just take you an hour. And so you've got to keep track of your time, especially if you're turning this into a business for labor. So we can even go in and break down some of the time that it takes to go from now this green into a final product, because this is some of the calculations that we want to do for these types of commercial days. And so if you have any questions about money or about the cost of things, would love to hear your questions about how much can I make and how much does it cost, or any of those important questions that you may be wondering. I'd love to help answer those for you. So let's just say this is Frank's property that we just went to go harvest down the street by I-4 here in Tampa. And he's pretty much kind of like on this grid system, and he's even 5 feet apart in the row, right? So he's got the trees in a row and they're about 5 feet apart. Then he does have about a 10-foot gap, and he's got another row. So in total, we did, I think, like 100 trees or something like that. There's a good amount of trees. And the first, we spent the whole month of May. It was like middle of April. It was like 4/11 to 5/11. It was really when we were at his place, because it's been about 2 Mondays since I was there last, even maybe like last Monday I was there. The greens that are on the racks right now are from here, and the greens that I just took off that we have to sift, I actually need to weigh. So don't let me forget to weigh those ones. I have to weigh them. And Karen helped us. She's here with us in the day and has already weighed out the first 3 visits. So I did 4 visits in total. And I think the first visit was, say, like 20 pounds. Then the next visit was like 15 pounds or 17 pounds, and it was 15 pounds. And I think this last one was like 12 pounds. And I think the last one after that was kind of like a bit of a small one. I think it was more of like 10 pounds. 20. Okay. So that's pretty much what took the whole month to harvest. When I'm saying 20 pounds, that's a dry weight. And I filled the whole back of the van up with the sticks and the greens. So I went through the trees. Thankfully, they were already kind of big at the base and they had already been cut back. And so they were already split and really low, and they had a bunch of branches. Kind of look like that.